I'm Kirby.
And I'm Sydney.
And this is our story.
I was in college at the University of Missouri, and in 2010, in August, I lost someone who I was pursuing and dating, and they died in a car accident, and I was crushed. But I had built a foundation with God in college where I knew that God's plan B's can be even better than his plan A's.
I had made a commitment to the Lord to step away from living a life of lust after women and to live a life of purity the way God intended it to be. And it made me think to myself, God has a sense of humor to where, here I had just committed to a year of singleness, and 3 months later, he brings Sydney into my life. We do a weekly Wednesday night Wake Well Wake Church gathering where we have friends come out and wakeboard, and she had some friends that had told her about it, and
my friends invited me, and I knew they were trying to set me up, and so I prayed the whole way there, and I was like, if I feel a peace when I get there, I'll stay, and if I don't, I'm gonna leave before I even get on the boat. And so I got there, and I heard from God, Sydney, this is someone who I have for you.
It was just neat how it came together, where she was able to come out for that, just a no pressure situation, to be able to meet and be able to go out and wakeboard, and for me to be able to share a message and just build up my friends, and her as a new friend. It was a great place for our relationship to start, because it was centered on the place where God had me, where I was just in my field of work, wakeboarding, and just sharing the gospel. It wasn't until like midway through just becoming friends with her that I just knew that there was something very special there that I knew I wanted to pursue. But God had placed me in that year of singleness where I just wanted to stay free from any kind of label that would kind of bind or tie us up to like holding us back from being able to grow in more depth spiritually.
While we knew that we liked each other, it was more our conversations were, hey, this is what I learned today, And so we just were able to grow in that way, and it really felt no pressure, and it didn't really feel like dating at the time. And so I think it was just a God thing of helping our hearts be in that place and be satisfied there.
I sent my first text that had the word babe in it on April 23rd, 2014, where that was just the date that I had set in my phone, hey Siri, remind me in 1 year to resume dating, and that was that day. And then she came to Orlando the next week, and we went to Wake Games, and she officially became my girlfriend. We took a trip to Cabo, St. Lucas, Mexico, which I think is funny because she's from Mexico, Missouri, so that connection just seems funny to me. But it was neat because our friend Rand Peterson was kind of our proposal guide, and he brought us to this place that was up on this mountaintop, and just this fresh, luscious grass with this cross right over this mountain peak. And it was really neat because we were able to stand there before the cross, and I could profess my love to her and that I wanted to be married to her. And just that spot is just so precious in our heart because of the way that Christ has been in our relationship from the beginning.
And when it came time for the wedding, it was cool because I had my dad build a cross similar to the one where he proposed. And we put that at the altar, and we were able to, it was an emotional moment, standing there before that cross and really, saying our vows to each other, like, I am here for you forever. And, I vow my heart to you. I do it before God, before the cross, and I know that God is with us. So it was a really emotional moment, and it was so beautiful.
It's just incredible to me to look back on where I was at that time and to know that God was really pulling on my heartstrings to change my life around and fully live dedicated to Him in the way I was pursuing dating, and it led me to a life of purity that I couldn't have been able to be with her without making those changes.
And looking back, it's such a blessing seeing when we're able to share these things later in life and to look back and say, wow, God inspired me to start praying for you in October of 2010, and that is when your life was transformed. That is amazing, and it's so incredible. So that was so fun to look back and see that and see God that was working in it when we had no evidence of it, nothing at all, and we were just by faith, and God was working behind the scenes.